think of YSL, it sort of taps into the sort of a dark elegance.
There are stars on the clothes, there are moons on the catwalk. It's almost like Stefano Pilati is exploring a new cosmology for the house of Yves Saint Laurent.
But the look, it was an idea of like kind of, this one side is kind of very masculine and the other side is very feminine. And it's like a wave, you know, it's like ocean.
The first ever evening dress I wore for a red carpet, I was wearing Yves Saint Laurent. A really good piece of clothing can make you feel $1 million.
So I like the first look out very much, the strict shoulders, and I saw some really interesting shapes that I don't feel like I've ever seen before.
I think the cropped pant with the cuff and the kind of tailored in, it was really a chic, kind of strong woman, but not an overly aggressive silhouette. It was just kind of beautiful and strong.
I was getting Blade Runner for some reason.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a kind of an 80s thing going on there. Lots of reflective surfaces and vinyls, and but sculpturally, it's very much more in the realm of art than perhaps, say, fashion.
What about all the reflective bits and pieces tacked all over it?
That was very interesting. That was a texture that you started to see come out in the collection, then attention to the neckline. But then there's a bit of whimsy. I love that little star print white long sleeve shoulder dress. It's a cross between masculine and feminine. Stefano Pilati is an intellectual designer. So I'm curious to see, what did those stars mean to Stefano? There's a story behind them.
I just love the shiny stars.
Obviously, he knows the history of the Yves Saint Laurent house, and he knows that chic woman, but it was really sort of seen through the eyes of Stefano Pilati, and it was using his modern vocabulary, and I just thought it was a touch of Yves Saint Laurent and a touch of Stefano.
In my mind, when he designed clothes, he designed for a woman, and not for himself, and not for publicity, and not for runway. And that is very important.
What were you feeling?
Oh, nothing very intelligent, just that I wanted to wear it. I loved the waistcoat that was made of all the kind of Yves Saint Laurent linked together.
He's charming, he's elegant himself, and he follows the Saint Laurent spirit very well.